version.
No, that's not what I said. If it was the same movie, I would see it in talkie versus silent. Now, if it was a different movie, if Buster Keaton was on there doing whatever...
I'm talking about in today's times.
Well, you need to be more specific.
Well, I thought I was clear.
No, you weren't.
In today's times, you would pick the talkie.
Yes.
That's all I want to know. I think most every... I mean, if you had one person that was really good at their craft, maybe they could get away with it a time or two.
No, they could get away with that all the times.
I don't think so. I don't think it would make enough money.
I think... You know what? I used to want to, bring silent films back. Like, bring them back into the light.
I don't even think Justin Timberlake could bring them back.
I think that they will be brought back. I want them to be. So they will be. Ha
ha. Let's see. We were missed by Magnolia Emporium. He did miss Anna's. He's talking about Anna Fernandez that we had on the show. We might be getting a job.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty soon. You never know. See... That's because we're talented.
Yes. We're not bragging or anything.
I'm not gonna repeat what he said just then. See, this is some. I'm happy you're back.
Me too.
Okay, now we're talking. Okay, I want to talk about WD-40. We want to watch a movie tonight, so we need to move on. We keep lollygagging.
We're gonna make pizza.
Yeah. I was thinking about the names again.
I like the names
monster
now.
names.
Like, you can feel free to call them. Just be like, hey, Gorgeousilla or Gorgeous Stein or what
either
up?
One would work.
What up in the neighborhood?
The hotness monster.
Ow!
Ow! Okay, these are things you can use WD-40 for, and I had no idea. But say you have kids and maybe they color on the walls, you can actually use it to remove the stains.
I was that kid.
Yeah? I mean, did you use WD-40 to remove stains?
I didn't remove them.
You made them.
Yep.
See, you still do that.
I
walk in, I'm like, Allie, what
I use crayons.
is this on the wall?
Still, I use everything now. Pens, markers.
Yeah. We want to get our deposit back, when we move out into the house. So, I mean, I think it's important. I'm going to have to go at WD-40 now. But anyway.
Some things you never grow out of.
You can keep animals away with it.
Uh-oh.
You just spray the squirrel in the eye. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Now, this is genius, though. Say you have a bird feeder, and what you do is you spray the pole that the bird feeder is on, and it's too slippery. The squirrel can't get any traction.
They have specific bird feeders to keep squirrels away. You don't need that.
Well, it works. I mean, it's one of the things that you can do with it. And, of course, it doesn't affect the birds because the birds don't climb the pole. Mm-hmm. The squirrels do.
Yeah, but I'm saying they have specific bird feeders.
What if it's a flying squirrel?
Bruh.
Then you squirt it in the eyes.
Yeah.
With
Boom.
WD-40.
Bye-bye.
During cold weather, you can spray your locks with WD-40 to prevent them from freezing.
I think my grandpa actually did that one time.
Are you making this up?
I don't think so.
Okay. And then you can actually spray it on your snow shovel, and it's easier to shovel the snow because it doesn't stick to it. Because it just slips right off.
Nice.
I mean, that's kind of cool. See, I never knew. I mean, I'm sure duct tape has probably still got WD-40 beat. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I had to choose one or the other to have in my home, I would always pick duct tape.
Yeah!
Yeah, just because, I mean, it's easy to gag people with. And then you can defend them. You can defend yourself against insects.
You can still do that
You
with
can
duct
just
tape.
spray a fly. Yeah, and then dead.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, those... Oh, wait a minute. What is this?
Break in your leather. What?
See, I didn't even look at this one. WD-40 makes stiff leather items soft and supple. Dog collar... I don't even know how that works. I guess you just spray it on and rub it in. Yeah. So there you go. So all kinds of reasons that you need to have WD-40 in here. It's not just for squeaky hinges. I bet Ed already knew this stuff.
He probably did.
If I had to guess. I'm just guessing. And Kevin probably already knew that stuff too. I don't think WD-40 would help me at the nude beach.
Go away, everybody.
I mean, unless it has Miracle Grow in it.
Miracle Grow.
I don't think it would happen.
I love it. Bruh.
See, now if you're on a bad date, you could convince them that they're a silent movie, and that could possibly help the. The date. I thought that was a good joke, the Miracle Grow thing.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so another invention. They said cheeseburgers would never get popular.
What the heck?
When they first came out in 1934. Because we had the burgers and we had cheese, but then they mixed them together and put tomatoes on there and lettuce and stuff like that. People were like, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they thought it was just a California novelty kind of fad. But now people in California are eating like really healthy stuff, and now cheeseburgers everywhere else. I think that's interesting. Yeah, but McDonald's picked up the burgers in, I guess, 1947? Is that right? Well, I don't know what year it was. Yeah, don't quote me on that. If you ever get that question on Jeopardy, don't quote that because I think it's wrong. But yeah, so once McDonald's added it to their menu, it was done. Done deal. Mm-hmm. And speaking of
the beef?
Cheeseburgers and McDonald's, I came across this because I do eat at McDonald's, and I feel guilty every time I do it. Every freaking time, but I still do it.
Except for when we get those like caramel frappes. That's not that guilty.
Yeah, those are good. Those are really good.
The fries and the burgers make me feel guilty.
Yeah. But see, so we shouldn't feel guilty because there's a chef that gives us reasons that it's okay to eat at McDonald's.
So you know it's legit.
Yes, it's a comfort food. See, when I think of comfort food, I always thought of like Cracker Barrel because they've got like the macaroni and cheese and the meatloaf and stuff like that. I never once thought of McDonald's, but I guess it's been around long enough now where it's just easily recognizable. And you can go anywhere pretty much in the world, buy your cheeseburger and fries, and it's going to taste the same as it would anywhere else.
Except if it's like 5 burgers and fries or something.
No, I mean if it's a McDonald's.
Oh.
That's why I'm saying McDonald's is comfort
All right,
food.
I lost you for a second.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So, I mean, you can go anywhere to a McDonald's, and it's going to be pretty much the same. I mean, unless you've got like a bad cook or something at that particular one. But, I mean, he makes a good point. And then you've got your hours. You know, McDonald's is open late, 24 hours. You know, and like if you're in Europe, cafes and restaurants, they shut down on the weekends because they have those like 20-hour work weeks over there. I'd feel like I was on vacation if I only worked 20 hours a week. I really would. I couldn't imagine that. I really couldn't. Now, the taste. Now, I thought this was interesting. McDonald's core menu items of, okay, you've got the soda, the burger, and the fries.
They hot burgers. They ain't just burgers. They hot.
Now these are all basic stimulants that our body tells us that we need. Because you've got your salt, your fat, and your sugar. So once you start eating it, you become addicted to it.
Uh-oh.
So you know what they should do? Look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to open a restaurant, and all we're going to sell is something easy, like hot dogs and potato chips. That's all we're going to sell.
All right.
Now, the first 3 days that we're open, we're going to give it away. We're just going to flat out give it away. But we're going to put crack in it. All right? So people are going to come in like the first day, they're going to try, oh, like, this is so good. Oh my gosh, give me more.
Give me more.
Yeah, and the next day they're going to be beating down the doors. Just, let me in. And we're just going to give it to them. Just, Third day, you're just going to give it to them. By this time, they're going to be like, oh my God, this is so good. You know. Fourth day, they come in, we charge them $1,000 a plate.
They say,
Genius, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people are like, oh, Chris Top, why do you say things like that? That's just wrong. Well, McDonald's says it. They just don't use crack. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, I'm still going to feel guilty.
You should feel guilty for putting crack in people's food.
Well, I'm not really going to do it. I was just making a comparison. But, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, right? I guess.
Right.
Did you know the claw? I almost forgot about this. You know the claw machine, like when you go somewhere to eat and you see the claw machine, and like all the little kids, let me play the claw, and it's rigged. I didn't know that.
I knew this since like age 4.
Well, I mean, I knew it was hard to win. I knew it was like hard to grip, but it's actually rigged.
Yes.
But they actually set the machine. They can set it. Where did I read this? Where you can only have a chance at winning a prize every 23 times. Where it's not going to win anything, but then there's one time where it has a better grip.
That is a little ridiculous.
Isn't that not ridiculous?
Yeah, that's stupid. There's no point in
And
that.
if for some reason you luck out and it's on the loose grip and you win the prize, then it sets it to where it's going to wait longer before it lets you win again. Is that not crazy? Now, they can set it to where you win more, but if they set it to where you only win like every 23 times, then it's going to get a bad reputation. So they probably won't do that. Mm-hmm. So you'll win like every 10 times or something. But I had no idea. But it's like a very well-known thing. But it's no different than gambling, I guess. I mean, is this going to be the one where it's got the good grip and I'm going to win, the teddy bear that I just spent $50 on?
Yeah!
So if you play 24 times, then more than likely you're going to win at least once.
That's how you spend your money. You don't go on
Right.
a vacation. You go
Right.
and get that.
And unless you're going to win a MacBook, it's probably not worth it. Uh-huh. Now, if you're pretty much guaranteed to win a MacBook if you play it 24 times, I mean, like 50 cents a pop, that's pretty good.
That is, I would do that for that,
But I mean, you're still not. You've got to grip it just right. Mm-hmm. I mean, to get it. So I don't know. Damn claw machine. I always hated it anyway.
I won sometimes.
Did you?
Yeah.
I never really played it enough. Every time I would win, I would play. I'd be like, oh, I just lost. I just lost 50 cents. Damn it.
Bruh.
Damn claw machine. Now, I've been talking about inventions that really took off. Well, there was one that I came across that I thought was just really funny. These are inventions that everybody thought were going to be good, but I'm only going to do one. Everybody thought they were going to be good, but they ended up just being really bad. And one is called the Fisk reading machine. And this is the quote, to render obsolete printing presses. Now, what it is, you put a whole book like on this, like the microfiche, and then you just read it through a magnifying glass, and you've got to hold it up right next to your eyeball to read it. I couldn't imagine this. Could not imagine. But anyway, everybody thought it was going to do well, and these are the selling points they used. One or two of these are really funny. Cheaper manufacturing is one, and that makes sense. I mean, you're just little pieces of paper instead of whole books. Better quality paper could be used, and books would last longer, so the little paper strips that they put it on would last a lot longer than a whole book. Less paper needed, great for the environment.
All right.
But isn't it funny how the laptop takes care of all this anyway?
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, this was well before the laptop. So easy to send by mail and cheap. So you can just drop it in an envelope, send somebody Moby Dick.
All right.
Bam. You've got it.
Boom.
A classic right there in this envelope. Sounds pretty good. More free space in your house. I thought that was a little ridiculous. We were able to put in an extra bedroom because we got rid of our books. I don't know. But anyway, smaller presses could be used. And I think some of these are really reaching for. Everything could be cheaper because everything was easier to do.
That one's a little funny.
Yeah, I don't even understand that one.
It's easier, so it's cheaper.
Yeah. So no more eyeglasses and spectacles. So I guess when you've got the magnifying glass up, you don't really need your eyeglasses. And the last one is my favorite. Did you see it?
What was it?
This one's great. I love this one. Poor people could finally afford to learn.
And then it has an exclamation point.
And it's like,
Yay!
Poor people can finally afford to learn.
Hey! Thumbs up! Yay!
Poor people, this is wonderful. You can get the Fisk reading machine and you won't be stupid anymore because we all know all the poor people in the world are just idiots.
Yep,
So now you can finally afford to learn something for a change.
That's great. I love that. That right there is America. It's America.
Yeah.
I love it.
Some more good ideas that were kind of shot down. We'll come back and we'll finish those up in a second. But I do want to thank everybody that listens on iHeartRadio and on Stitcher. And if you're listening on one of those platforms, then you're listening to an archive show. And if you ever want to catch it live, all you have to do is go over to thechristoppprogram.com, and then you can join the chat. You can join the voices in my head.
Like a bow.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's like you're part of the show.
Because, I mean, we read off the things that you say. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I just make them up. I got to keep it real.
Keeping it real.
But we'll come back in just a second, and we're gonna wrap things up.
Are you ready to be a podcast superstar?
Publishing your podcast is a simple 3-step process.
Produce your podcast.
Write your blog post.
Publish.
Think of it as a recipe. WordPress plus PowerPress plus Blueberry hosting
Equals